Good grief. Why do they never go in for me? Hey everyone, back again. Yes, it's me. I'm back here with some more vinyl. It's been a while since I last done a Wodge. I think it's about 15 months or something. So, what better time than just after Record Store Day to actually go back and show some records that I got way back. All the videos I'm going to be doing soon, fingers crossed, if I get my act together, it's going to be catch-up videos because I think I've done one vinyl watch in about 3 years or something silly. There's been a couple of Record Store Day videos, but that's about it. So I thought, why not do a video on records that I actually, by bands or acts that I actually saw last year, seeing as I'm doing a catch-up. So here we go. Here's some records by bands I saw last year. I either bought them at the gig, or I bought them afterwards, or I bought them slightly before I saw them. So here we go. So first up, in January, I went to see Mickey Bereni 3. Now, Mickey Bereni is one of the singers from the band Lush, and they split up in 96, 97? About then. They were brilliant. I absolutely loved them, but I never saw them back in the day. Don't know why. Just never got around to it. Lots of bands like that. And then recently, after the release of her book, Mickey Bereni just started doing some tunes as a Mickey Bereni trio. She started off with this. So when I saw them in January, I saw them at the place called Things Happen Here, which is in Dartington, in Devon. And this is an EP of the tunes they did for the book release. So you've got Baby Talk, cover Light from a Dead Star and Leaves Me Cold. So you've got some basically Lush covers and stuff like that. They're really nice covers. It's back with a drum machine, which is probably I suppose in that and Mickey singing by herself is probably the main difference between the Lush versions. So we've got a lovely inner sleeve on black vinyl. There's the labels. I'll show you the labels. There's the MB3. There's the other side. So this is a really lovely record. Really chuffed to get this. I bought this at the gig. I don't think you can get this anymore, or you might be able to somewhere. But I got to speak to Mickey a bit, and then she signed it to me. There we go. So that's that one. So Mickey Bereni 3, that was in January. Yep. So next up was a band I have been meaning to see for years. Now, people who have watched this channel in the past will know there's a certain Canadian sludge band that I really love, and it's this one. So this is their latest album. This is Dope Throne with Broke Sabbath, which probably aptly describes them, but this is fantastic. Same old stuff. Not same old stuff, same new stuff, but it's like just blooming fantastic. It's noisy, it's sludgy. And I saw them in Bristol. When was that? Was that March, April? I can't remember now. I think it might have been April. I won't get the vinyl out, but there's the labels. You get the idea of it. I'm not sure. What is that one? Is that the bottom of a can? I don't know. Some kind of beer can with blood all over it anyway. Or tomato ketchup, whatever you want. Also got a lyric sheet. Let's get that out. I got a sticker with it as well. There we go. Lovely artwork. You get the idea. But they were absolutely brilliant when I saw them. I have waited years to see them. I'm so glad I got to see them. They are absolutely brilliant. Absolutely stoked I got to see them. So that's Dope Throne, my favourite Canadian sludge metalers. Right, next. So, now when was this? I think this was June last year, maybe. Was it June? Maybe. So, June last year, there's this kind of a music festival that's held at Plymouth FC every year. And one day is an indie day. Now, I managed to score a really cheap ticket for the indie day. And it was a really good lineup. So headlining was the Kaiser Chiefs doing Employment, the whole of the album with some other bits and pieces, which was great. Who else supported? Jake Bugg supported, was the main support. Not my thing. Little bit on the dull side. Then it was Lottery Winners, who I think they're fantastic live. They're just such a crowd-pleasing band. Absolutely brilliant. I've got to get some of their stuff some point. I still haven't got any, even though I've seen them twice now. And below them was this band, band called the Sherlocks. Now, they're not an amazingly different band. They're not amazingly different, but they're quite an anthemic sounding indie band, maybe sort of post Britpop, maybe kind of. But I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed them, and I thought I got this afterwards. I got it dead cheap. It was only I can't remember, less than a tenner. So I can't remember where they're from. I think they're up north somewhere, maybe. I can't remember. But it's just a really, really good album. So there we go. I could have got a blue vinyl one for this, but I thought I'll just get the black. So yeah, they're really good live. I really enjoyed them. Maybe because it was a sunny day and it just seemed to fit. I like listening to indie guitar bands on a sunny day. But that's a fantastic album. It's a good album. Under Your Sky by the Sherlocks. So that was the next one. Then came the main event of the whole year, which is Beautiful Days. I mean, I've been the last 2 years. I'm going again this year. So that's 3 years in a row. I went back in the day for a few years as well. And there were some absolutely fantastic bands. And I bought some records on the back of it. So the first record I got, and I meant to get this before, this is Levelers Collective. So every year at Beautiful Days, the Levelers open the festival doing an acoustic set in the Big Top. And they play, and now they've formed the Levelers Collective, which is their Levelers plus several other players, like with cello, violins, extra fiddles, other people playing. And they did go on tour, I think, this year. I didn't get to see them. But they released this, I think this is a 2023 release, but I never got it. So I thought I'd get it this year on the back of seeing them again. And I think they've done 2 collective albums. First one, and I think this is the better one of the 2, just seems to fit better. So we've got things like The Game, Collar a Whirl, Together All the Way. There's some real fan favourites on here. Battle of the Beanfield is just brilliant. Sell Out, Sitting in the Social. Absolutely brilliant. I love the Levelers. You all know I do. So there's some of the people. I think this is black. No, it's not. It's red. I forgot this. Lovely red vinyl. And there's the 2 sides. So yeah, it's acoustic with embellishments. It's not just them sitting down with acoustic guitars. It is a lot of instruments. I'm just trying to think. Have they got a person list? Have they got a list of the people on it? Oh, here we go. Got the Levelers. We've got Dan Crimp's on here. Sean Lakeman's on here. And the Moulettes are the people who join them. So Hannah Miller, Ollie Austin, and Ravenman Husbands. I'm not sure the different instruments they play, but they play live with them as well, and it's just brilliant. I love the Levelers to pieces. Now, the highlight of the whole weekend for me was on what night was it? Was it the Friday night? It might have been the Friday night. And I saw this guy. So this is Pete Doherty. We all know who Pete Doherty is. Tabloid headlines, Libertines, all the rest of it. So this was released last year, 25. His latest solo album called Felt Better Alive. This is a beautiful, gorgeous record. Absolutely unbelievably good. It's chilled. It's more acousticy. He was phenomenal live, absolutely phenomenal. So when I saw him live, they had Mike Joyce from the Smiths was the drummer. People from his touring band were playing with him. Brilliant slide guitarist. I'm not sure. I don't know the name of him. Maybe he's on here. Not sure. Oh, that's a hype sticker. Off that. I don't know what that's doing. What? I've just got the Levelers hype sticker off. Oh, it must have fallen off. Yeah, there's the hype sticker for that. So I'm not sure who the slide guitarist was. I'm not even sure if it's the same guy who plays on here. But absolutely brilliant live. And so this is... He's kind of chilled out a lot. He's retired. I think he lives in the French countryside now, which is what a lot of these songs deal with. Very chilled, very laid back, playful even. Well, he's always been fairly playful with his songs, hasn't he? But this is absolutely fantastic. From things, it's just about people living in France, in French countryside. So things like Calvados, which is about, even though he's a teetotaler, apparently a teetotaler now, it's a song about brewing Calvados, and what happens in country life. There's lullabies. There's a song about is it Nantes? I think because he supports QPR, but I think there's a French team, I think it's Nantes, and they play at the Stade Océan, which is a song's named after that. Day the Baron Died, which is kind of like a story, a kind of comic book story almost. Throw a Haze like Thingy. You got Pugger Mahoney's, which is brilliant, Felt Better Alive. It's just such a great record. This is just brilliant. It's short. It's only about half an hour long on that sort of salmon pink. Can you get that? It looks a bit washed out on the camera. That kind of salmon pink vinyl. There's a bit of dirt on it. Lovely. Absolutely lush. Oh, for goodness sake. That's lush. That needs a clean now. So salmon pink vinyl. Let's get that back in. Yeah, I was absolutely blown away. And he played bits of, he played Last of the English Roses. He played loads of his other solo stuff. All kinds of stuff. He was absolutely fantastic. Absolute highlight of the whole weekend. Just putting that. So also at Beautiful Days, I saw on, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, 4 women from Wales. I'm not sure what part. I think it might be South Wales. I'm not sure. So this is Panic Shack. They were absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They punky female punk band from Wales. Just loved them. I thought they're absolutely brilliant. And their songs are just absolutely take the piss. You've got Kwan. Some of them are really serious. Kwan talks about like body image and eating disorders and all kinds of stuff. Pockets. He's talking about how the lack of pockets that most women's outfits have, and the chorus, keys, vape, lip gloss, whatever it is. I can't remember what it is now. But absolute anthem of the weekend. I just think this is a brilliant record. I'm not sure what colour this is on. So kind of like a fanzine type inner sleeve. This is red vinyl as well. All right, there we go. A and B on red vinyl. Yeah, really punky, really fun, full of energy. There's so many bands like this around at the moment, and they're not getting... I think this lot are on Jules Holland, I think. So many young bands are just getting that, and it's just not getting in the charts on the radio. I don't know where it is. Maybe it's on Six Music. I don't know. I don't listen. But, yeah, these bands need to get out more, need to be seen. Then in November, I saw a couple of bands just around maybe November. One was December. I saw a couple of bands, a couple more bands. So the first one is a local Exeter band, and they're called the Silk Cuts, and they used to be in. Now I'm not sure what that. It was the Cut Ups. It might be the Cut Ups, although I'm not entirely sure. But they pedal loads of kind of C86 jingle jangle pop, but they do a really good job of it. There they are. There they are. I'll try it. This is just a top album. I did see, this is the second time I've seen them, and I did see them before. Lovely. So there's the play there at the Cavern. I think they're in a punk band called the Cut Ups, but I might be wrong on that. I can't remember the name. But absolutely fantastic, these three. Brilliant trio. Fabulous songs. Virginia was a single which I bought the first time I saw them, so the second time I saw them. Tell Me It's Not True by the Silk Cuts. Really fantastic stuff. Absolutely love them. If they, I don't know how often they play. I think when I saw them this time, they said they've only done about 30 gigs, and I think most of them have been probably around Devon. But if they do venture near you, check them out if you like jangle pop. Just brilliant. Said Too Much. Brilliant songs. Absolutely brilliant songs. So that's that. Oh, did I show you the vinyl on that one? I don't think I got it out. I think it's black vinyl, isn't it? I've got So there it is. It is black vinyl. Yeah, I'm not going to, just to prove it, black vinyl. Not going to get that out. But absolutely fabulous record. So pleased I got this. I bought it at the gig. And fantastic. Right, last records. So I started off seeing it, Mickey Bereni in Dartington. They came back. So got to see them again, this time at the Cavern in Exeter. And in the meantime, what they did was they released this, which is their debut album. They're currently, I think, taking time out to write their second album, which I am definitely going to be getting, because I think they're amazing. So this came with a rather lovely little 7-inch, which is a couple of tracks, Touche and Last Orders, which are both fab. There's the labels. There we go. So that's a 7-inch. And then we got, this is called Tripla, which means 3 in Hungarian. I think that's right. There's some fantastic songs on here, like Vertigo. I mean, it's what you expect from Mickey Bereni, really. It's that kind of trip-hoppy kind of shoegazy. It's got that shoegazy sound. Using a drum machine, because they don't have a drummer. They do that to cut down costs on touring, which presumably works. But look at this gorgeous vinyl. This is surely one of the prettiest vinyls I've ever got. That is just absolutely gorgeous. I love that colour. That kind of translucent green. Bottle green? Would that be a bottle green? With these yellow splatters. But yeah, the album itself is a fabulous update of shoegaze. I do like shoegaze. Do like it. It's just such a lovely package. It's just love that gloss. Beautiful stuff. So there we go. Oh no, one more, nearly. And also, during the hiatus that my channel has had, I also picked up one of Piroshka's albums. Now, Piroshka is the band that Mickey put together after Lush finally ended. Was it fine? Yes, I think it was. They got back together in the mid-2010s, maybe? And these are beautiful songs, absolutely beautiful. So we've got Justin Welch, Moose, who is one of her partners in MB3, Moose from Moose, and drop the hype sticker. Yeah, there's a hype sticker. So it's called Love Drips and Gathers. I did actually buy the T-shirt of this because I had one T-shirt of this left, so I bought that when I saw them the second time. But I bought this in the meantime. It's lovely. I love Mickey's voice. I really do. So this is on clear vinyl. Kind of slightly smoky. A couple of lovely labels. Is this on Bella Union? Yeah. Triplers on Bella Union as well. But yeah, absolutely stoked. And I met her again when I bought the T-shirt. So there we go. I congratulated her on such a marvellous gig. So there we go. Absolutely fantastic. So that's some of the bands. There's some other bands. Obviously, I saw more bands than that. But some of the bands that I saw in 2025 and I bought records by. So thanks, everybody. See you later. Bye.